Yeah.
Done.
Thank God
The
that
end.
there's like actual sane people. Holy dude. Please, you can learn a thing or two from Dr. Lupo here. All right. You probably saw this, but it's funny. Lupo has the best response. I did see it. It's awesome. Critical support. Well, not even critical, unconditional support to Dr. Lupo. He's a great dude. But also it makes me happy that there's like sane people in this space still. I think another really funny reaction to the Dr. Disrespect stuff was obviously from Nick Merckx. You are literally so wrong about it. Hassan, stop debating the same, please. You are wrong and you know it. Yes. You owned me by simply saying you are so wrong. Stop debating the same. At the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break, which would be a 3-parter debate, by the way, which will get you banned. So what's up? You're in a unique predicament now, chatter, where you have to be like, am I gonna follow through and try to debate you at the top of the hour when there's a 3-minute ad break? Or do I just double down on my stupidity and act like guns are not the prominent problem here? I'm literally owning you as we speak, my boy. Oh no, he is a dumbass hog. Okay, awesome. All right, let's continue.
Just turns on people, bitch. What? You want me? What do you expect? What? You should hold every person that you respect accountable for their mistakes too. So in the situation where a person that I was working with consistently on both game development and my career as a streamer at the same time, we had collaborated multiple times. Suddenly it turns out that years ago he tried to message a minor to solicit them for sex, and it got caught, and that's why it didn't happen. You expect me to not turn my back? Bro, y'all, there's no way you do not have brain damage from this. There's absolutely no way. If anywhere along that path you go, oh, that's fine, you got something up in your head, dude. I don't give a clip it, put it on LSF, tag him. I don't give a dude. He messaged a 17-year-old when he was in his late 30s with a child and married.
It is a breath of fresh air to be reminded that there are like normal adults whose brains are not like warped entirely by algorithm driven clout sharking and starstruck parasocial behavior. You know, that makes sense. I mean, he is a dad, so that makes sense. Okay, thank God that there are people with normal insane takes. Holy yesterday it made me feel like I was losing my mind a little bit.
Every single time he talks about it, it's going to be sugar-coated. It's going to be dumbed down, because at what point do you expect someone to say, yeah, I wanted a teenager? Do you think he's going to say that? No. He's going to make it look better for himself every single time. There is no place along that. It doesn't matter if it's Tyler.
I'm not going to lie. I think as things currently stand, as like American society is getting worse and worse overall, and maybe even getting closer to Europe in our analysis of immigration, maybe this is another European-ass attitude that we will adopt as well, which is lowering the age of consent and normalizing trying to have sex with teenagers as grown-ass adults. I do fear that that is the pathway we are heading down. I legitimately did think, perhaps I was wrong on this, but like the one thing that everybody kind of collectively agreed on was like, pedophilia is bad. Okay, like trying to minors is bad. I actually thought this was a universal American principle, and it turns out I was wrong, dog. I was wrong. There are hella Americans out there who are like, actually, when I say pedophilia is bad, I just mean like trans people, and I claim that they're pedophiles. But when my favorite content creator is like outed as one and openly admits that he was trying to minor and like text a minor and whatever in a gross way, and doesn't actually accomplish that goal, right? But like is still attempting it, and he gets caught in the process of attempting it, then it's actually fine and dandy, and I don't have an issue with it at all. So weird stuff overall. Monkey's paw. You get EU healthcare, but you get also EU age of consent. But we don't even have EU healthcare. We tactically avoid all of the good things that the European Union offers to its citizens, okay? We are genuinely allergic to like any of the good stuff. No social safety nets, no labor protections, okay? No free healthcare, no like genuinely no free pharmaceuticals, or at least like, you know, relatively relatively affordable pharmaceuticals. None of that. Okay, no collective bargaining for no sectoral bargaining, no bargaining agreements when purchasing pharmaceuticals, none of that. Just European attitudes on immigration. No public transit, which is also in a state of disrepair in Europe as well. So no normal, no like rehabilitation focused prison systems, none of that. We get guns everywhere, guns in every corner, guns in every city block, guns that will inevitably be used in school shootings, and that's it. And now we're also, yeah, no privacy, no tech privacy regulations. That's another one. Technically, EU healthcare isn't free because you pay through it with taxes. Thank you, sir. I had no idea. Thank you for bringing up this point. Now, insurance isn't free either, okay? What do you think insurance is? You're paying in for insurance. That's another thing you're paying for. You're paying for insurance. It's just is a product, okay? You're so smart, Chatter. Thank you for owning me.
If it was my brother, I would say the same, because you do not defend that. There's no defending it, okay? Get your head out of the gutter. The brain rot is killing some of you, and it blows my mind. Yeah, he's going to have a load of people over there that are watching him because they don't give a shit. They just want their balloon animals from their clown and to move on because that's the community that he's grown. That's fine. Whatever. I don't give a shit. But if you expect me to associate with that, or anybody that has any respect for themselves to associate with that in any way, you're wrong.
You might be wrong about the European thing, which I am. I thought he was a pedophile. Now learning he was 17, I just think, especially given he is married, that he's a straightforward, morally corrupt, dirty old man. Yeah, you're doing it, man. You're proving the point that I was making in terms of like European understandings of like trying to minors. Okay, one, we don't know if this person was 17 or not. That's just not a thing that we know. We just know that they're a minor. And two, it doesn't matter. They're still a minor. And you are talking about a 35-year-old trying to minor, okay? In the United States of America, that's considered pedophilia. In Europe, people have a different attitude about that sort of thing, okay? Not in America until recently, until Dr. Disrespect and his bold Sneeko-style defenses for this kind of thing is genuinely changing people's attitudes on this situation. 17-year-olds have homework from high school. 17-year-olds have pop quizzes that they have to worry about. 17-year-olds are not paying taxes yet, okay? Please stop. There's a difference between a 10-year-old minor and a 17-year-old minor, surely. Yeah, there is. But currently, as it stands, if you're using that as a distinction, the only reason why you're using that as a distinction is because you want to 17-year-olds. That's it. That's the only reason why you would be making that distinction. Like, oh, well, one is like more morally permissible than the other. No, dog, it's still statutory. Okay? That's crazy. That's crazy that we're having a conversation about statutory. Okay? Notably said minor and not teen. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Minor, teen, teenagers are minors. Unless they're 19. Gen Z is right. Okay? Zoomers are right. A lot of y'all are gross as. That's all I'm going to say. If you're doing actually it's a phobophilia argument, you're kind of gross. Like, oh, well, this is a more this is a more understandable minor that I want, is not the argument that you want to make, okay? It's not. It's not an argument that I think is a valid argument, okay? Like, it's a crazy argument, as a matter of fact, for people to be like, no, you don't understand. Like, it's not a baby that this person is trying. It's not like a kindergartner that this person is trying to. It's a teenager that is still a minor that this person is trying. Like, oh, this is a more acceptable minor that you want. Is that really? This is the distinction that we're making? Okay. For a 35-year-old man with a wife and kids. Like, this isn't like he was 19, she was 17, they were in high school together type situation. Okay. Excuse me, guys, please. There is a distinction. This is, excuse me, guys, there's a distinction. This is a minor that I think is hot, is not a good argument, okay? This is a minor as opposed to this other minor that I consider to be is not a good argument that you're making here. Like, you're not exactly a champion of social justice in this circumstance. Just letting you know. Okay? I don't understand why people still do it, even though it is a ridiculous